So is YouTube on easy mode or not? And I asked that question because I have seen a lot of videos say that it's in easy mode. And I think even there's a video that I made that I kind of grabbed hold of that concept and thought, okay, it's in easy mode. Everybody says it's in easy mode. And I actually don't think that it is. While there may be some aspects of YouTube right now that are easier, I think with most things, in terms of achieving success and making money, those things generally are never easy. They are not made to be easy. And if they were easy, everyone would be doing it, everyone would be successful. YouTube is not in easy mode. The first point that I want to make, for every success story that you see, every channel that you see finally seeing some success, there are countless others that are still striving, and they are putting forth effort, and they have not achieved success. And you would think that if it was easy, there would be more people. Like, anybody putting forth some consistent effort would see success. For every video that I watch from a big YouTuber, I watch many other videos that are interesting and that hold my attention, retain my attention. And I sometimes think, why isn't this channel bigger? Like, what's going on? Like, I have quite a few of those. Like, I have some that I've been watching for years, and some of those people still don't have a lot of subscribers. And as far as I know, they have not yet been monetized, but they are putting out things that are interesting to me. So, it's just something to think about. There are some channels that YouTube may recommend a video for, and there are like thousands, 10,000s, or 100,000 views. And even with that channel still has videos that barely have any views. They may have a few successful videos, but overall, it's just kind of, maybe those videos still aren't being, maybe those videos aren't being pushed out. Maybe they're not being promoted. There are so many creators who are being consistent, have some good videos up, but they have not struck YouTube gold yet. Now, that does not mean that they will not at some point, achieve success, but as of yet, they just have not. It just hasn't happened yet. And you would think that you would see more of that if YouTube was in fact in easy mode. My husband even mentioned, we were having a conversation. So all of this is really just a conversation, thought-provoking questions, just for us to take a moment and figure out whether or not the things that we have been told are actually really what's going on. My husband and I had a conversation, and he pointed out, he was like, well, you're being consistent and you're putting up videos, so why aren't people flocking to your channel? And it's a good question. And, I can think of a couple of reasons. But then on the flip side, I had a video, it was a short that I made last year after the snowstorm, or during the snowstorm last year in 2023. And no rhyme or reason, I put this little short up, and it received I think 25,000 views. Like, to my shock, and my son, because I did another one this year with the snowstorm here in Denver. And then my son said, well, Mom, it just depends on what YouTube decides to push out there. And So my son was just saying it to encourage me, create the videos that you want to create, but you really don't have a whole lot of control over what videos YouTube decides to push out there. And so, with all of this in mind, all of these questions, how do we approach it? What does that mean for us? And how do we move forward with our YouTube journey? I think the main thing for me to do, for you to do, is just be ourselves. Like, even like, there are no guarantees, especially with going that route. But I think it's important for us to create the types of videos that we're interested in making. Whatever we're passionate about, let's keep doing more of that. I know for many of us, my guess is that it's not easy putting forth effort and gaining no traction, or only gaining a little bit of traction. I told my husband when he posed that question, where I am right now, I'm creating the videos that spark some interest for myself, that I think someone may be interested in seeing. I'm making videos that I have some passion about, that I'm excited to actually get behind the camera and produce. And as long as I approach it in that way, I think that I can continue to move forward. And with that, I'm not necessarily looking for monetization. I'm not necessarily looking for people to subscribe. I'm just putting myself out there. I'm just putting the material out there, putting the content out there. And if one person watches it and gets something out of it, then to me, that's good. If I get 5 views, if I get 50 views, if I get 100 views, all of it's great. All of it's good. And as long as I don't put too much pressure on myself, and I think that's important for me, and that's important for you as well. Create, but don't put pressure on yourself about it. Just make videos. And, I'm not saying don't have a plan, but have more of a plan in mind, not so much the outcome. That's my take. That's my particular way of moving through it, so that I don't get crazy about it, so that I don't get attached too much to what I'm expecting to happen with it, because I think that is how you maintain being genuine, being authentic, by remaining true to what you are truly passionate about, not jumping on the bandwagon and making a particular type of video because that's what everybody's doing. If you feel like there's a particular trend going on, and you can, put something out there, that may make sense for you. But if you stick to what you're passionate about, I think that in the long run, you can maintain being consistent. And I think if you want to find the people who are interested in what you're passionate about, and if it's just about sharing your life, bits and pieces of your life, sharing your ideas, you want people who are going to watch your videos, subscribe to your channel, who are interested in that. That's just my thought on it. I just think keep being true to yourself, be genuine, share what's on your heart, and hopefully whoever's on the other end, they will appreciate that. I don't really think that YouTube is in easy mode. I think that with most things, it takes dedication. I think that it takes hard work. I'm not saying that you won't enjoy it, but I think that it will take work, and it will take showing up sometimes when you don't really want to show up, when you don't feel like showing up, when you really don't think that you have time to show up. I do believe that success with YouTube actually is work. That's for most of us. I'm not saying that you're not going to have some, situations where people are just people flock to somebody, they have 3 videos up and they were monetized. But I think for the most part, that's not everybody's story. I don't think that is how it's going to happen for most of us. So if that is your goal, I think I do believe it is achievable. I do believe that it can happen. I just don't think that we should categorize it as easy. I think it is doable. And if you can wrap your mind around that, I think that's half the battle. The road to what we all call success on YouTube, the road is going to, your road, I think each road is going to be different because there are a lot of factors that are involved in everybody's story. Thank you for taking this time to spend with me, to listen to me ramble about whether or not YouTube is in easy mode. Until next time, be sweet, be grateful, and stay optimistic.